Swag. Shot a bluff on the lick, got his ass whacked. Heard a nigga stamp, bro, we gon' get back. 392 F's in the scat. Too greedy, he slime, he really that. All black ski masks, everybody slack.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy June. I'm back with another video. For me, back another day with another video. This time I got my dreads down for me. I don't remember showing y'all my dreads and shit for me, but I had just got them done and shit for me. Like, got that retwist. My hairline still fucked up and shit for me. I need a haircut. Nah, I ain't show y'all my dreads in a long ass time. For me, I'm always wearing a ski mask in the videos and shit. So for me, I thought I'd show y'all my dreads. Let me know how my shit's coming though. If you've been watching my videos and shit, then you know. Like for me, you know my shit's been progressing. I think last time I showed you my shit's is like up here. My shit's down here. For me, that's the grind though. Anyway, we back in another video today though, man. Today we about to react to Bronx drill lyrics that really happened between Southside, YGs, and the OGs. For me, if y'all familiar with all of them already, for me, then you already know. For me, I don't gotta do no talking. Let's get straight to this video.
Chicago drill wave has spread all over the U.S. and has now made its way to the Bronx. Just like Chirac, Bronx rappers talk about real life situations going down in the streets in their music. Let's take a look at some Bronx drill lyrics that really happened. It's a whole lot of ops I can smoke, but I'd rather smoke Delilah. Sha EK, D&D. Sha EK is a Bronx rapper from the OGs. He's known for songs like Art.
My son Sha EK really the top op in the Bronx. That's what I'm gonna say. My son Sha EK got mad ops. Like he's everybody op in the Bronx. I feel like everybody be with this nigga.
TK, Call Me a Rapper, and Jiggy Man this, Jiggy Man that. He started rapping in 2020 and has dropped 2 albums, Jiggy on Jiggy and Get Jiggy or Die Trying. In this bar, Sha EK is taking shots at
I didn't even know he dropped the album. That's crazy.
for D-Thing by dissing one of his dead homies. D-Thing is from the YGs, who are known to beef with the OGs. Just like the GDs and BDs from Chicago, the OGs and YGs used to be part of the same gang. But one of the YGs leaders double-crossed some other high-ranking members, so they split and formed their own gang, the OGs, and the 2 gangs been beefing ever since. Also like Chicago drill, rappers from the Bronx rap about smoking dead ops to disrespect their enemies. In this bar, Sha is talking about a girl named Delilah, who was a close friend of D-Thing and was killed back in March. Delilah was shot in the head in an abandoned apartment on Hull Ave in the Norwood neighborhood, about 10 blocks from where she grew up. Witnesses said after the shooting, a gun was tossed out of the window and several people, all believed to be blood members, exited the building. Police got there just after 10 p.m. and rushed Delilah to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The cops said,
Sometimes I won't be listening to this internet shit for me, because sometimes it just be niggas talking, like just making up stories and shit just to, for me, like get views and shit. Cause yeah, it's interesting on both of us for me, but like, for me, I don't know if this is a real fact or not, but if she really got shot in the head, that's crazy. For me, that's crazy.
Apartment building near East Gun Hill Road was a spot where gang members hung out. Delilah wasn't affiliated with any gangs, but she knew several members, including D-Thing. Police arrested multiple people who were inside the building and brought them in for questioning, but the killer's still on the run. So in this bar, Sha EK is dissing the op by taking shots at one of his dead friends. But the YGs ain't just take the disrespect and got even in both the streets and the booth. Jiggy Man got shot and he should have died. Wedgie Man. In this bar, D-Thing sending shots back at Sha EK. One of Sha EK's nicknames is Jiggy Man. One of his most popular songs is called Jiggy Man this, Jiggy Man that, and both his albums refer to his nickname. So, in this bar,
Yo, if niggas seen that video, but my son Sha EK got that wedgie. I ain't even gonna lie, I seen that shit. No, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, like, I don't know how I would take getting wedgie on cam for me. Like, knowing that shit gonna go viral and shit for me, niggas gotta feel hella embarrassed from that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
suggests Sha EK got shot for his constant dissing. Word on the streets is he got shot in 2020 by a female YG member. Sha EK basically confirms this in the interview when the interviewer brings up the shooting and asks him whether or not it's true. Sha EK don't confirm or deny it, but just shakes his head and smiles, telling her, if you know, you know.
Okay, cool. So it was, I don't know.
As you should for me. Don't be telling none of these, don't tell no type of shit like that. You can't even talk to nobody about that shit. Like, you know the interviewers and shit, they gonna try to get into that shit, like ask you mad questions and shit. Real talk. Nah, I'm good. I don't even want to talk about that.
There's a rumor saying that you got shot. Is that true?
If you know, you know.
She asked him if getting shot.
Like, this supposed to be a music interview. Why the fuck you ask it? Why you asking questions like that?
Want to stop making diss tracks, and he just shakes his head and tells her that it motivated him.
Wouldn't that make you want to stop doing all the diss tracks, being that, you know?
I got shot.
Yeah, you don't
I don't know,
want to
that
put
shit-
yourself at a risk no more.
That shit motivated me. That shit for me. That's why I get my aggressiveness from me.
The actual title of the track, Wedgie Man, is also dissing Shy E.K., who went viral after one of his homies gave him a wedgie while hanging out on the block. After that, his ops started calling him Wedgie Man. One of his homies gave him a wedgie while hanging out on the block. After that, his ops started calling him Wedgie Man instead of Jiggy Man to hurt his street cred. Later in the song, D-Thing raps, Wedgie Man this, Wedgie Man that. Please stop mentioning my name in y'all tracks. Referencing Shy E.K.'s most popular song. But Shy E.K. ain't the only member from the OGs to get dissed. This next rapper dropped bars about an OG member who got stomped to death back in 2012, as well as a friend of Lil TJ who got stabbed 14 times over a bike sale. Noah got stomped like Smelly got poked. Use G's, War Zone. Use G's is a rapper from the YGs. In this bar, he drops disses back to back about two dead ops, Noah and Smelly. On April 16, 2012, an OG affiliate named Moises Laura, aka Noah, was beaten to death outside the Melrose housing projects. Witnesses say a group of YG members got drunk and started arguing about who was the biggest savage in the gang. They couldn't agree on who put in the most work.
Nigga. So these niggas did that because they was trying to prove who was the toughest, I guess. I don't know. What the fuck? Nah. I'm saying, niggas be saying anything, bro. Niggas be saying anything. If that's really what happened for me, then damn, that's crazy. But nah, niggas be, what the fuck? I should just geeked out. You seen that? I wanted to cancel that shit.
To find out, they decided to head over to the OG's territory. When they got there, they saw 16-year-old Noah Balla and attacked him. He was surrounded by a group and badly beaten up in front of a crowd of like 15 to 20 people. Noah suffered from blunt impact injuries to the head and neck and was rushed to the hospital, but later pronounced dead. Noah was well loved in the neighborhood, and many said he was a good kid who just ran with the wrong crowd. His brutal death was a shock to the neighborhood. And many said he was a good kid who just ran with the wrong crowd. His brutal death was a shock to the neighborhood and intensified the beef between the OGs and the YGs. The 23-year-old YG member named William Bracey, aka Rail, was later sentenced to 33 years in prison for Noah's death. But Noah ain't the only person Use G's dissed. He also took shots at Smelly, one of Lil TJ's close friends. As Merlin Toribio, aka Smelly, and Lil TJ grew up together around Ryer Avenue in the Fordham neighborhood of the Bronx. On August 14, 2016, Smelly sold a dirt bike to a man named Hector Sanchez. Smelly offered to sell Sanchez the bike for $80, even though it was easily worth $300. Sanchez agreed to buy the bike and paid him the $80. But about 10 minutes later, Smelly came back with a large group and demanded back the bike. When Sanchez refused, a fight broke out and Smelly punched him multiple times. Sanchez pulled out a knife and stabbed Smelly 14 times in the chest. He was rushed to St. Barnabas Hospital, but already lost too much blood and died from his injuries. After that, Lil TJ's homies started going by the name Smelly Gang, and the rapper carried on his friend's legacy by shouting them out in several songs. But if you thought that was crazy, this next rapper dissed his op after he saw him in public and wasn't ready for action. Rah rah, he saw me, he ain't let it clap. K-Flock, what y'all wanna do? K-Flock is arguably the biggest buzzing Bronx drill rapper at the moment. He racked up millions.
Free Flock, my son Flock about to come home, I think. Niggas was posting that shit on the gram and shit saying my son K-Flock, his time getting reduced or some shit. I don't even know. I seen hella shit about K-Flock on the gram, but that's crazy though.
He was on tracks like Being Honest and Is You Ready? He also scored a feature from G Herbo on the Being Honest remix. But just because he's blowing up, don't mean that he's above sending shots at the ops and his music. K-Flock is from a gang called Sevside, who are known to beef with the YGs. In this bar, he's taking shots at YG member named Rod G's. K-Flock and Rod G's were known to beef on IG Live. But K-Flock says they ran into each other in public and Rod ain't want the smoke. Not long after the alleged incident, Rod G's went on live and told K-Flock to pull up, claiming he never saw him and that he was ready for whatever. Sadly, Rod G's got killed just a few weeks later while getting into an Uber. On July 11, 2021, the rapper was on his way to the studio when two men on scooters pulled up and started letting off shots. The whole thing was captured on his Uber driver's dash cam, and the footage quickly went viral on social media.
What the fuck? The Uber driver ain't getting hit though. I don't think. I seen this video though. This shit crazy. R.I.P. Raw G's though.
Just a few hours earlier, a 13-year-old member of the Rolling 80s Crips named Jerry and Elliott was murdered in the Belmont neighborhood. Rajiz had supposedly made fun of Jerry on social media, and the payback was immediate. You ran on Wu Lottie Get Back. K-Flock, War. In this bar, he raps about YG member Wu Lottie, who got killed in 2020. Wu Lottie grew up in the Mott Haven houses, one of the wildest projects in the Bronx. He was a well-respected member of the YGs and D-Thing's right-hand man. On April 7th, 2020,
I ain't never even seen Wu Lottie face in person though. This is my first time seeing him. He don't even look familiar. Like, I feel like, nah, I said he don't look familiar. He looked familiar though, like, for me, like, I feel like I listened to one of his songs before. Yo, crazy story. Me and gang ran into UG's at this studio. I mean, I ain't gonna drop where the studio at and shit for me, but nah, we run into UG's at the studio and shit. That shit was crazy. No cap.
Wu Lottie and a few other YG members were walking through the Sugar Hill neighborhood in Harlem. They were spotted by ops who was ready for war. Around 1 a.m., in the area around 151st Street and St. Nicholas Ave, a black rental car pulled up, and like 8 dudes hopped out the whip with broomsticks and butcher knives. The YGs tried to run away, but Wu Lottie tripped and fell. He got caught by the mob and beaten with a metal trash can and stabbed to death, all while the other YG members just ran off. So, in this bar, K-Flock is getting at them for running away and leaving a man to fend for himself. K-Flock also disses Wu Lottie on the track, What Y'all Wanna Do? Ran, and he tripped out his shoes. Spin through the hill, like what y'all wanna do? So, it seems like the YGs were looking for problems and found what they was after. But they probably didn't think they ops would slide with butcher knives and broomsticks. Wu Lottie's death was a major loss for the YGs, and after that, a few members pulled up to Cortland to let it be known they was out for blood. Not long after Wu Lottie's death, one of his ops, Ty Benji, went online to celebrate. Ty ended up getting chipped just a few months later, and many think it was payback for him dissing Wu Lottie.
I ain't never even see Ty Benji either. But nah, I ain't never listened to him about him though. Let me know if we should though, for me. Drop some music about Ty Benji in the comment section.
Up getting chipped just a few months later, and many think it was payback for him dissing Wu Lottie. The Bronx has always been a wild place, but the drill scene is exposing fans to what's really going on in the city. Hopefully, now that the music is starting to blow up, they can put the past behind them and focus on building a legit music career. But with so much bloodshed on both sides, it's hard to see an end in sight.
Sometimes you really can't believe the internet. For me, like, he could just making this up, saying this a story and shit, or it really could be facts for me. Some of this shit, like, it was real though, I ain't gonna lie. If that shit really real though, that's crazy for me. Niggas better stay out the Bronx. I ain't gonna lie, niggas better stay out the Bronx. Shit critical over here. Shit critical for real. This video is long as hell though, I ain't gonna lie. But for me, we ain't doing shit anyway. So if you watch this full video, you already know to make sure you like this video, leave a comment in the comment section what I should react to next. Follow me on the gram, my Instagram at DiorJu, my Snapchat at YBWJu1. And I'll see y'all next video. Keep subscribing.